Hey, what's up, guys? Good to be back with you again. And as you can probably imagine, we're going to take another look here at some of these statistics for NP3 and just take a look and see what's happened. I've had people already contact me offline off the YouTube channel and ask some questions about this game and accuracy and stuff like this. So I figured this is probably the best way to look at it. We'll change over here to the screen view. What I have set up here is this is the league batting statistics, and we're just going to take a look, I think, at the American League for now. It'll probably keep us occupied enough. Compare this over to the team standard batting here from Baseball Reference. In fact, let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger so that hopefully you can see this a little bit better. And there you have it. That's at least something that's somewhat comparable. So what we care about, first of all, is sort of like the league batting average and other batting statistics. I mean, you can see we're only, like 14, 13, maybe 12 games through with it. We're not even through with the games in this current day. And you can see that the average in real life was 239 compared to 233 in Skeetersoft. On base percentage, we're looking at 290 compared to 294. Slugging percentage is 297 compared to 304. So we're a little bit down in Skeetersoft. I would probably attribute that to the way that I've been handling pitching rotations, where a lot of the good pitchers are getting more starts and more innings, and I tend to keep pitchers into the game maybe longer than they did in real life. But it's such a small difference, it's not entirely clear that it's making a huge amount of difference. Stolen bases, again, we're just eyeballing this because we're barely 10% through with the game. You can see there's been 133 compared to 1,350. So I would say that that's pretty close. Now, caught stealing, we don't know exactly because remember, Baseball Reference only has catchers caught stealing statistics, which honestly are not observed. They are sort of I was going to say assumed. That's wrong. They're estimated. I sent a email a while ago to them to sort of ask a couple questions about that. And yes, they have confirmed that those are estimated. And if anybody really wants to see, I can also share that around. So interesting stuff to see as we look at Skeetersoft. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can move this over, and apparently there is not. There we go. We want to look at the other thing, which I'm always curious about, which is sacrifice hits, whether I'm too high or not. You can see there's 126 overall in all the American League games compared to 1,576. And remember, we're about 10% of the season through, so we are going to wind up a little bit low on sacrifice hits. I may try to make a little bit of an adjustment, but as you've seen from the games that I play, it's a hard thing to do. Part of the reason why it's hard, as others have noted, is that you're not every single sacrifice you attempt is going to end up being an actual sacrifice. So it's very, very difficult to make sure that you get that like exactly right. You kind of do the best that you possibly can. So that's the way that one looks. Let's go take a look here at pitching. I'm going to move this over here to the side. The other statistics, I mean, yeah, we've had 6 home runs compared to 116 in real life. The numbers are small because, I mean, they're just small. It's not really going to be that significant. Triples are just about right on. Doubles just about right on. Hits overall, probably a little bit low in terms of hits, but I think that will change over the summer, especially once we start getting some double hitters played, double headers. And so we'll take a quick look here at pitching stats and see what we can figure out. We'll probably actually sort this by something. I think we'll sort it the traditional way by ERA. I will say, though, that these statistics tend to be... so Skeetersoft's system is not based on ERA. It is based instead on... batted average against, which is also not exactly the easiest statistic to find on Baseball Reference, but whatever. We'll just take a look and see where we can get. League ERA so far in the American League is 2.19 compared to 2.39, so that's a pretty significant difference. I'm not sure if this is caused because there are too many errors or what exactly is going on. When we look at overall runs allowed, it is much lower in the replay than it was in real life, 316 compared to 4,284. And so there might be a bit of an effect going on there based upon the batting with the these statistics created based upon batting average against numbers instead of having them based upon the ERA. Runs scored so far in the American League is low. That might also, by the way, be part of the reason why we're seeing so much in terms of parity between these teams. Some other things we can't see, like intentional walks, unfortunately, I can't see much about that. Walks, we know from looking at batting, is actually probably just about right on. Hit by pitches, we can see also is probably just about right on. Home runs are a little bit low again. I mean, it's really easy. It's really easy. It's really early in the season. And I'm going to see here real quick, and I'll do a little search here offline while I talk to you. If there is a way that we can get any of the batted average against statistics. And yes, we can for the whole league. Look at that. Batting average against, I mean, it's going to be the same as batting average 233 compared to 239. So that's just about right on. The hits are coming. What's missing is probably a little bit in terms of extra base hits and stuff to make those hits go around for errors. And so overall, that's kind of what we're seeing here. Now, since it's this channel and we talk about this a lot, we will look at fielding really quickly. As you know, I am not exactly the biggest fan of all fielding statistics, but I do like to look at double plays because it gives you an idea of sort of where team fielding is at. And we can see that the Tigers have 9 double plays, so they're probably on pace, right? Just about. Browns and the Senators, too, are also just about on pace. The Naps are up there. They should have probably a few more. That might be part of the problem that they're having so far this season. The one thing that's interesting is that the Tigers have committed 41 errors in this replay, which is high. Now, they did lead the American League in errors committed in real life, so it's not necessarily that high. But yeah, they've really been suffering because of the little E rules. That's almost certain. But we'll see. We'll see if that whittles out over time or not. Interesting thing to point out too is that not only are double plays are actually a little bit low here, maybe if you say we're maybe about 10% through the season. Fielding percentage, however, is right on. Look at that. Fielding percentage of 956 compared to 958, and so that goes to show that that little E system works. Anyway, we will look into this more as we get through more games and as we take a closer look at this. But overall, I've been actually pretty pleased so far with Skeetersoft and the way that this replay has gone. There's a lot of stuff here, as I've mentioned elsewhere, that other games tend to get wrong that this game gets right. Especially impressive to me, though, is the fact that the fielding statistics are on so well. When you consider that this is a basic game, as Bill Stafford will always tell you, that is actually a pretty impressive feat, that it can be a basic game that does not involve tons of rerolls, and yet these statistics can be more or less right on where they need to be, especially for something as complex as fielding. So there you have it. Hope you've enjoyed that, and I will talk with you later. Bye-bye.